What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Life and Anxiety. It's been a minute since I did like a personal video. Lately, I've been doing those driving videos and documenting how I feel. But I wanted to throw a video up tonight. It's been a couple days. I'm feeling kind of rusty. Um, and I just kind of want to talk about my day. I feel like most of my best videos, um, obviously self-critiques, um not by views that have a good message go unscripted, so I'm just gonna kind of go with it and talk about what I've been thinking today and um just my main message. So today was not that great of a day for me. um I'm sure that's probably the same for a lot of people on Mondays. I just got this overwhelming sense of monotony, going into today, Monday. I went and did the work thing and, got a workout in. And then after work, I was just kind of like, I'm getting tired of this, I'm getting tired of this routine and I want more. This is not what I pictured myself doing at my age, early 30s. I will throw that out there. Um, and I was finding myself pretty down. Today was also pretty bad anxiety kind of day. Um, I find myself probably more than others probably going to these feelings because I have agoraphobic tendencies. Agoraphobic. I can go out and do things. It's just extremely uncomfortable sometimes. Some days are better. Um, but I come back to these feelings about feeling down about it because I want to get out, I want to do things. And like I said, it's not what I pictured myself doing at my age. I figured I have a family and, hit all those milestones by now. And, you know, uh, I haven't. And I'm held back by a lot of stuff because of the way my brain works and how I feel. Um, But today I was feeling really depressed, really down, like a little bit of a setback, and that's kind of like a Monday thing for me. I'm starting to realize. But it was 7 o'clock, and I just gotten done making dinner and fixing my dog some stuff to eat because she's spoiled. She gets like some wet food mixed with the dry food, and then she annoys me for my food. And I'm like, man, I'm just sick of this stuff. Life shouldn't be like this. Um, and I feel like many people probably feel this way too. Like they're just kind of feel like they're kind of stuck. They're not like living to their fullest. Um, because I mean, in today's day and age, to live to your fullest, you need to, for the majority of people, you need like resources. Um, and not everybody has an endless amount of resources. So, I was feeling down. I'm like, so why can't I just, go out and just do all the things I want to do, in my head, unrealistically saying that and knowing the answer to that. I mean, you can't, it's just not realistic. And so, I was feeling pretty down. And like I said, it was 7 o'clock. It was pretty early. And I'm like, I'm sick of feeling down. I'm sick of feeling down. I just want some sense of peace and fulfillment. And I feel like a lot of people with mental health issues struggle with that. I think a lot of normal people struggle with that too, but they probably don't talk about it openly. Um, but then I was sitting down, realizing the time, and I'm like, I can't just sit here and be depressed. Um, Actually, I'll tell you what happened. I was sitting down and I had my computer on. I was in the other room. The computer was in the other room, not where I was. And one of those inspirational kind of videos came on. And it was talking about struggle. Um, you can't grow without struggle. And so I was like, in my downward state, I was like, yeah, no. When you hear like a good video, the YouTube algorithm senses your feelings, obviously. So, it's this video with Jordan Peterson, which I'm not a big fan of. And this guy has a channel. It's called Dry Creek Wrangler School, and he's a very well spoken guy. And it had David Goggins, and it was like a mix of them talking positively and bringing up good points about you need the struggle in order to gain fulfillment and have personal growth in life. And I'm like, yeah. So this tape kind of like got me like thinking, I'm like, I need to like mentally snap myself out. I need to do something. I can't just sit here and be depressed. And so I start cleaning. I know it sounds boring. It's Monday. So I start cleaning a little bit, 7 o'clock. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I've imagined myself doing Monday night, 7 o'clock. I usually just want to hang out and chill with my dog because, I'm agoraphobic. I love my dog. We just hang out. We don't have much to do on the evenings. But, instead of being depressed, I was able to push out of that. I mean, I'm not like happy now, but I feel a little more accomplished today by doing something um, as minute as cleaning up for a little while. But the main message I want to get across is I was able to take a negative emotion, depression, and I was able to turn that into energy. Um, and I was able to take that negative emotion, channel that into energy, and do a positive thing. And I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, can we do that for all negative emotions? Thinking, in my head after I was done cleaning. Um, I know for me personally, some emotions I can turn into energy or channel into another thing and use that energy. That's a better way to execute that message into a positive thing, not a negative thing. Um, but I was thinking, I'm like, how cool would it be to master that? Um, how strong of a person if someone was able to master turning negative emotions and channeling it into energy to do positive. So that's kind of like where my brain is tonight. I'm like, because I was able to do that, I'm like, can I do that in the future? I mean, I'm certainly going to give it a try. Have you ever turned a negative feeling into energy and done a positive thing? I know I get a lot of people have told me that when people are angry, they can, excuse me, they can, channel that into energy, whether it be negative or positive. Some people can do it in a positive way. Um, so I'm wondering, like, why can't we do that with other emotions? I guess the real catch 22 is, can we pull ourselves back for a minute? And even though you're depressed, instead of just like stewing in that emotion, can we step back and be like, hey, let's try and turn this into a positive, channel this into a positive energy where we can do a positive thing? Because that's the hardest part, is to actually be able to step out of that emotion for a second. and even ask yourself that question. But I'm not exactly totally 100% sure how my brain's trying to convey this message, but I guess I urge you to try that sometimes, just to see if you can do that. Um, I found it was really cool, in my opinion. I just went from really down to like in my head, I was able to step out of that bubble of depression for a second and be like, hey, you know, do something. We got to take this dread and uh, dreariness, and we got to do something. And I was able to turn that into, channel that into doing a positive action. So I guess going forward, since I consider myself a student of life, um, that's corny. I was thinking about using that phrase earlier, and I just didn't know where to throw it out, but it came out right then. Um, probably didn't, probably wasn't the best time or to convey those words and just kind of inject it into the in between my messages. Um, but that's a question. That's a good question, and it's a good thing to think about. It's a good thing to experiment with. Um, so I guess my message tonight is, if you're feeling down or if you're in a negative headspace, um, try and step out of that bubble for a minute. And I know that takes a lot of mental strength to step out of a strong emotion and consider things outside of that emotion that you're feeling during that time. But um, sorry, I'm just trying to get the words out. It's been a long day. But try and next time you're feeling a negative emotion like that, try and step back. Try and step back out of that bubble and recognize, hey, I'm feeling this, and see if you can channel that into energy to do a positive thing, not a negative thing. Because I don't know. I feel like this year I'm becoming more about personal growth and like spiritual growth, and just me doing that quick thing. Well, it wasn't a quick thing. I had to like step out mentally, recognize my situation and what I was feeling, uh, to do a task, um, a positive task. Um, but like I said, this I feel like this year's like a personal growth year for me. It's like a turning point. Something's going on. I don't know. Maybe the moons are the moon moons. I am tired. Maybe the moon is aligned with the sun or something like that. But I just wonder how wise of a person, if you start practicing these things and you can actually obtain that, you'd be such a wise, strong, mentally fortified person. So I guess the message is, next time you're feeling a certain way, try and recognize that and step out of that bubble. Um, and see if you can turn that into something. And imagine if we could do that all the time. I'm sure that it's unlikely that we could do that all the time, because sometimes we got to feel what we're feeling. But even half the time, just the clarity of being able to step outside of that negative emotion and turning it into something else And then after you turn it into something else positive, it changes the emotion that you were feeling. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm a bit of a philosopher. I'm a philosopher of life. There we go. Not a student of life. Well, also a student of life. Um, Also, I know this video is probably kind of not well worded, a little bit exhausted today, but I did want to make a video and I did want to tell everybody what was on my mind and what I was able to do with my, depressive state. I think that's worth looking into if anybody's interested in trying that next time they're feeling down as a way to get themselves back up and also tackle a few things at the same time. I mean, it doesn't have to be cleaning, it could be anything. Just imagine how much, um, I mean, negative energy we put into things. If we could master that and channel it into a positive task, that would be amazing. But I'm exhausted. I don't know about you all or y'all. Probably gonna sign off here. Sorry this video isn't great or anything. I I felt like I needed to post something tonight. Um, One, just to stay relevant with my subscribers, which I appreciate all of you. You guys rock. Um, I love my little community. I got. Really appreciate every one of you. So, um, that's why I threw up a video. Next video, I'll probably have something a little more concrete. That flows a little bit better. But today, I did want to say that message. Because that was really profound to me. Being able to step out, taking the mental strength to step outside of negative emotion, it's so hard. Um, but if you do it, it's it's a very positive kind of feeling to be aware of like, hey, we need to snap out of it. Because if you're feeling really down, it's hard. You can't always do it. And then to turn it into something positive. Um, I just found that really profound. So, um, anywho, I'm gonna sign off. If anybody wants to shoot a comment or hit a like, subscribe, whatever, feel free to. I'm rocking the Dragon Ball Z uh, shirt tonight. But all right, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well and having a good night. And if they're not, remember there's always tomorrow. And if you're struggling, just take it 1 hour by an hour. And if you need to, never be afraid to reach out to someone, friend, family, professional. There's always someone that'll listen to you. So, this is Life and Anxiety, signing out. Peace, everyone.